Hello YouTube, this is Max1 Chase1. This video I'm doing is for the bike riders that hadn't ridden a bike in a long time and need to get back into the groove of riding bicycles again. And first of all, I'm not a spokesperson for electric bikes, but this video is going to be on the electric bike XP 3.0. I brought one here for my wife and I'm waiting on mine to come, but for something in shipping has got it held up. But while hers is here, she's been practicing on trying on how to ride it. And since she hadn't ridden a bike in close to 40 years, I needed something to help her out so she doesn't tear up a pretty nice bike. So what this video is on is going to be the reintroduction of riding bicycle for the reintroductory riders who are just beginning to learn back on how to ride. And what I invented, or not invented, but what I constructed is a training apparatus. I don't want to say training wheels. Training apparatus or training device to re-educate those riders on how to ride a bike. And she did a test run with it and it was very successful and she did a real good job with it. And she was saying that after about a week, I can take those off and she'll have it back where she can get back into the groove of riding this bike in a normal fashion. Alright, since we see what it kind of looks like, I'm going to stop here and then I'm going to get into what did I use and what are some of the dimensions so you can wind up and make one for your electric bike of your own. Alright, so stand by. We'll get into that right in a second. Okay, now since we're back, let's take a look at some of the items you're going to need and use. I'm just going to go over the list and then I'll show you each one of the items as after I show you the list. You need a 1.5 inch bed rail. You can just use one rail, that's all I use. Some wide Gorilla Tape. Each of the legs right here that goes all the way down to the tire is going to be 23 inches long and 9 inches across the back. 9.5 inch stabilizer bar, and I'm gonna show you where you can cut this out at from here all the way up to here where it attaches to the bar going across. I'm gonna show you where that'll go. A 9-inch cut for the tire. I had to cut the bed rail here about 9 inches up from the bottom all the way up to here so it'll clear the tire. The bike strap, you know, that comes with the bike. I'm going to show you a good need and a good use for that. A 7/16 inch wrench. These U-bolts, you're going to need 4 of them. It's a 1/4 by 3/4 by 2.5 inch U-bolts. So make sure you get 4 of them. A 5/8 5-inch bolt. That's for the wheel that goes all the way through the wheel. That goes from through the middle of the wheel and through the bar here for the training wheel. And with 4 nuts. Make sure you get 4 nuts with it. And also to get 4 5/8 large washers that are 5/8. You need a metal cutting wheel, you know, like the ones that kind of like you want to not use a hacksaw but you just want to use an electric wheel cutter. Make sure you get one of those. The size tire I got it from Harbor Freight. It's 2 of them. They're 4.10/3.50 by 4, and they are the rubber ones. They either come with a white rim or either I painted mine black because they match the black on the bike. Alright, and then also too on my wife is left side dependent, so I put the slot on the non-dependent side, and that's the 2-inch slot. It's a 2-inch slot on the non-dependent side. I'll talk about that when I get to it. That way I can adjust it up and down on the progress that she get on how much she needed depending on the balance. All right, let's go over each one and we'll talk about how it's used and how I needed it. Okay, let's go back up to the top of the list and I'm gonna go over each one. So first is a 1.5 inch bed rail. You can kind of see it's the standard bed rail, 1.5 inch by 1.5 inch. Bed rail, like I said, is a very strong metal, so it'll hold a lot of strength. The Gorilla Tape, what I needed the Gorilla Tape for is that instead of me scratching where it says XP 3.0, I put Gorilla Tape from here all the way back into the back bolts of here. And what I didn't want to do, I didn't want to scratch the paint, so I let this sit on top of the Gorilla Tape. So when I get ready, she can ride without the wheels on it. I can take this Gorilla Tape off and it's not going to damage the paint job where I have scratches and all that on there. Alright, there the 23 inch leg. Each one of the legs here, from here all the way down, is 23 inches long. Alright, and that's 2 of them. And 9 inches across the rack on the back. So from here where the bend is, all the way across is 9 inches. Alright. I did a 9-inch cut for the tire. So to go from the bottom here up till I get to the top of the tire was 9 inches. Now the bike strap. It came in handy not only after you fold your bike, but also too, the purpose of this 7/16 inch wrench is this is the only thing that's holding the training apparatus on the bike. So while you're riding with it and you don't put it on, just put your 7/16 inch wrench right in there like that, and then use your strap to hold it on there until you finish riding and you don't have to look for it and it's already there with you. Either you can use a bungee cord or whatever you want to use. The 7/16 inch wrench, again, like I said, that's just for to put this on. Could have used a socket, but why go through all that when you can just use a wrench and you got 4 bolts to put on, take off real quick. Alright, the 1/4 inch by 3. These are what they look like. They come together as one unit just like this. Make sure you get 4 of these. Now if you notice on here, there's one here and one here. But notice, that's covering crossways, right? So you get a little bit of a rock. So what I did, I put another one there and another one here. And that sits right on top of that Gorilla Tape, and it doesn't interfere with the rocking. So now it stays firm all the way across. All right. The 5/8 inch 5-inch long bolt with 4 nuts. These are the screws or the nuts that go for the wheels. Goes all the way through, and I've got 2 nuts on each side. So one is a lock nut right into the other one. So you do the same thing for the other side. All right. You need 4 5/8 inch large washers. I put one on the outside and I put one on the inside, because the reason why you want that to hit against the bushing casing, not the part of the wheel itself, so the wheel can turn freely on the bearing. Alright, so the same thing for here. One's on the outside, one's on the inside. Alright. And you need a metal cutting tool. You know, one of those metal cutting tools you cut metal with instead of using a hacksaw. That's what I used. And what I thought, did my measurement of 9 inches from there to here. I took the tool and I just cut right down on it. I can't show it from this angle. So I cut it from here right into here for 9 inches. All right. Sorry for the moving around. And after that, only thing I would add and change with it is that this is that bar I was telling you about. It's a stabilizer bar. Make sure you come so close that you don't touch the back rack on the back of the bike. So to go from here down to here at an angle, and you can just drill a hole in there and put a screw in it, and that'll make these two pieces work against each other so they don't separate. Now what you can do if you want to go a little bit more sturdy, you can go from here and not touch the fender, go all the way across to here with another strap, same strap that you made when I cut this off. When I cut this off, you can make between here and there so they don't have any separation at all. Alright, so YouTube, that is how you can make the training wheels for a XP 3.0. And like I said, my wife, she jumped right on it right away and was in pedal assist mode 2 and went right to work with it. And also too, you notice that I did the reflector thing, I did the reflector it up and all that stuff. But just imagine when you finish riding, you can just come back, take these 4 bolts off, grab it right here, pick it right up, and you're back into XP mode to go on from there. Now also too, I know somebody would want to know, well, how does the kickstand work along with it? Well, there's the kickstand. Watch this. Kickstand, it doesn't interfere with the kickstand at all. But why worry about the kickstand when you got training wheels on it? Well, not training wheels, reintroductory wheels on it. Alright? Okay, YouTube, if you like this video and this will help your anyone, not a significant other, but anyone, get back into the groove of riding bikes again with an electric bike or any type of electric bike, build this for them. Like I said, the same thing. It will help them get into the groove of having confidence to ride the electric bike again while you're out on trails or on the road and all that stuff. Now, one comment that I did hear that someone brought out, if you hit a curb, this wheel is gonna just throw the person off. But why would you want to put this person on the street until if they're training instead of just training on a flat surface? So the same thing. Train on a flat surface for they can get the hang of it, and then after that let them go on sidewalks and other areas like that too. Now, one modification I'm thinking about adding is I'm thinking about going from here, maybe run me a tension bar from here to here. Then I keep the wheels from wanting to kick back if they do kick back, but like I said, the same thing. That right there doesn't go anywhere at all. And then also too, we're not out there four-wheeling out there on a off-road path. Again, YouTube, if you like this video, like it, share it. Give me some comments of what you think. We're not trying to make any money off it, but we do want to get a whole lot of people that's in our age group and younger people. So there's no age group on it. Who never rode a bike or want to get into electric bikes to get back on the bike and get to riding again. Again, this is Max One Chase One. Max one thing out, chase another one. Thank you very much. Thanks for watching.